Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in our next Necropolis video, this is going to be the start of my third path going up against this Odin using America Chavez. She is a rank 3 champion and we are boosted because we are doing our path. So I want to talk about the setup on this fight. You want to knock him down twice to get the Odin force ready, and then you want to bait a special one. That's how you're always going to start this fight. And when you do that, he gets a bulwark and he gets a true strike. So he's at 5 buffs now. If you take a heavy to the face, he gets 1 energize, and that is your 6th buff, and then you're good to go. Now, it's of note that because he has the Odin sleep, he starts off with an aptitude. Otherwise, this technique would not work, and the only way that you would be able to get over 6 buffs is if you take an Odin force heavy to the face when you have multiple buffs, because then you will get tons of energize buffs on you, if you know what I mean. So we decided not to do that because I prefer to not have 6 energizes on him, because then his combat power gets kind of insane. So again, if you missed it, you knock him down twice and you bait a special one, and then you get 5 buffs, and then you tank 1 heavy to the face, which it allows you to do. It's a really cool node design where they give you the indestructible and unstoppable so that you can just like block bait and take it, and then you're good to go. Now the key after that is to have him throw special 2s while Odin Force is active. So again, you're mostly knocking him down pretty often, and you just kind of want to watch a few things. Watch the Odin Force so that it says 2 when he's over 2 bars of power, and then you bait the special 2 and it refreshes all of the buffs. Now if you continue to knock him down, it doesn't reset the Odin Force, so once he gets over 2 bars of power, it's okay to continue to knock him down because he'll just stay at 2 Odin Force. And then that's really the key. If you're staying aggressive and near him, his buffs will stay paused. And the way that America Chavez does damage here is we are mostly throwing our special 2, I think almost every time, with the Utopian Parallel, which is the first hit of the heavy. When you do that, it gets a damage boost. If we did make a mistake, there would be a way to use the Dark Dimension, which is the second hit of the heavy, to get a little bit of regen. In some of my practice tries, that actually did come in handy, but this fight is going to be such a race to the finish. Like, she has good damage, but not good enough to like very easily solo this, that the fact it's going to come down to the wire, I want to try to maximize my damage as best I can. Now, the only other thing going on in this fight, which is kind of a big thing, is the reverse controls. And you basically need to always be keeping your eye on your own HUD so that you can see if you are in inverted at that moment. I do want to direct you to another video on this fight. It is Vega using Kushala, and he makes a really good point in that video, which is essentially you have a window to punish the special attacks where you can do a normal dash, but then as soon as you do that normal dash, your combo in the next combo is going to be in inverted controls. So the way you can deal with that is just continue to do light attacks, or for America Chavez, you can do light into the heavy, but you do need to pay attention. Like right here, I'm watching that inverted controls go away, so then I know by the time I'm trying to dash back, I am in regular controls. You know, here we bait, we rush in, we have inverted controls, we're able to throw a special attack. By the time the special attack is over, then the inverted controls is gone. But there are times in the fight where you actually do need to dash back using the inverted controls, and it's just another thing to keep track of. So far, the buff management, our power management, their use of the relic, things like that, we're keeping track of all that. I dashed the wrong way there. So for example, that was a mistake. And yeah, but we're just trying to manage all that stuff. You can do stuff like heavy chain into relic, heavy chain into the special attacks. The other thing that I'm mostly trying to do is to keep all 3 dimensions open. So that's another thing to keep track of. But like you'll see here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to let the heavy connect all the way to get the negative zone back up. The reason I want all the dimensions up all the time is if I do throw a special one, I want to get the maximum amount of power gain, because there are times that, like, I can't tell you exactly when, but there are times that I want to throw the special ones just for rhythm, for power management, and things like that. So always having all 3 of my dimensions is going to be nice. But the other thing is, because he has 6 buffs, like, we don't even really need our own dimensions. to be doing stuff like, you know, increasing our damage and energy resistance and stuff like that, because we're always going to basically be fully ramped. So again, the reason I like having all the dimensions open is just for their abilities themselves. Like mostly the Utopian Parallel, it kind of blunts the power of some of his buffs, but it also will just allow us to throw special 1s and get almost all the way back up to a special 2. In general, you don't want him to throw a heavy. Like that was something that I didn't love happening right there. And now we're in the root phase. So when we get into the root phase, a few things are different. You stay a lot closer to him, so in a lot of ways baiting the specials is a little bit easier. There I just paused for a second because I wasn't sure which way the inverted controls were. That is a common theme with this fight. But you know, the same formula is going on here. You mostly want to push to the special 2 because the special 1 doesn't do anything to help you. You basically want to always have 2 Odin Force and the special 2. There we have to bait a special 1. So this is going to be a moment in the fight where I'm like, I really need to get him over 2 bars of power. I really need to get to 2 Odin Force, and he's not cooperating. He's throwing special 1s. I'm looking at some of the buff durations. Some of them are starting to leave a little bit. So, you know, here we go. 2 Odin Force. Bait the special 2. We're back in business. So we just got to keep refreshing those buffs. That's super important. There we open another Utopian Parallel. Go back into the special 2. When it crits on the last hit, you can see that like 69k with all the red damage as well. So again, he's being a little rude. We throw the heavy. That's another example of why I'm happy I don't have 6 energize on him, because if I threw that heavy, it might have pushed him red, right? So this is why we like 1 energize. And here we need to get him down one more time. So here we go. We bait this. There's a spacing technique to basically take nothing into block, but you also have increased block proficiency in this fight. So yeah, now it's kind of rinse repeat, but I do want to keep narrating because there was one moment toward the end where I almost lost everything and it really scared me. So let's just keep watching until that moment happens. So yeah, we got all our dimensions unlocked. This might be a time to use the special 1. So you can see we unlock a dimension, we use the special 1, it gets us almost all the way back up. He's got 30% health left. He's got 1 Odin Force. We can throw a special 2. And there we go. We're right where we want him. He's got 2 bars of power. We dashed the wrong way. That happens occasionally. Here we go. He refreshes his buff. So now he's going to be under 30% soon. We still have about a minute on the clock. Use the striker, which extends it by a few more seconds there. Now this is a good time to let the heavy go so that we have the negative zone. We want to have all those dimensions opened all the time. Here I'm in a little bit of trouble. Power management. Special 1 is ready, not special 2. So we somehow need to get him back to 2 Odin Force and get him to special 2. That again is the goal in our head. Watching inverted controls. He's not cooperating. Now we can see the buff durations. The energize is below half of its time left. So that is a problem. If we lose our buffs, we are not going to be able to finish this fight. Here's a big problem. He throws a heavy. He throws a special 1. Now, again, I'm looking at that energize ticking away. That cannot get to 0. If that gets to 0, I don't have enough time to ramp him up again. So a little bit of trouble here. We need to knock him down one more time. Okay, here we go, and he refreshes. So that was a moment that was a little scary. But yeah, we just do what we can. So now we got 44 seconds left. He is almost in assassin range. Throwing the special 1s doesn't help us. I need to refresh the dark dimension. So again, looking at my HUD, just trying to keep everything together here. Baiting the special in the root is not a problem. This time we are going to throw this with Utopian so that we get the red damage. And if we knock him down again, he has 2 Odin Force. So now he can throw this and we're good. All right, so now we can use the striker again. And we do it to open the dark dimension. And if we hit him down now, he only has 1 Odin Force. Alright, so we have to... I don't think we have enough power left to hit him down again. So in this case, we need to try to get over the 2 bars of power with 2 Odin Force again. A heavy should do it. We just let the heavy land. That knocks him down. He's got 2 Odin Force. And he throws it. Alright, so now we keep going. we have basically only taken one hit so far, and it was the heavy attack that we took to the face early to get that energized up, and then the buffs have been up the whole time. We opened the Dark Dimension there, and if we knock him down, I don't think we can throw a special 2 here, so we just knock him down, we get the Odin Force going. We're running out of time. There's not a lot of time left, so we need to do a lot of damage in like 15 seconds. We might get a relic, we might get one more relic off. But here we're set up to Odin Force, and he throws it, he refreshes. I need to just go for special 2s now. I don't think special 1, well, no, I guess I do go for a special 1. So we get the special 1. I'm hoping one more special 2 kills him because he's about to go unblockable, but we used the Striker extension here. And we got all our dimensions opened, and one more special 2. If that takes him down, I would be very happy here. And boom, Odin goes down, 74k on the last hit. Love to see it. I was not expecting a solo here. My goal was to boost and to get him down to about 30%, and then to use Wiccan the rest of the way. As long as you don't use the neutralize spell, you're good with Wiccan. But we got the solo with America Chavez, my only rank 3. She's here for the synergy, but she can fight, man. She can absolutely fight. So super pumped about that. I wanted to get this video out right away. I'm not sure if this is the first America Chavez solo of Odin, but if it's not, I felt really good about the way I played there. Hopefully the strategy guide helps you if you're using her or another champion. Also check out Vega's video with Kushala. Kushala has additional utility because she can actually place her own buffs on Odin, so the management aspect of it is a little bit less. Yeah, but that's going to do it for today. Wish me luck on the rest of the run. I will hopefully get you some more videos on my path number 4, which I just started this morning. We'll take it from there. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.